research on a Leo.
Yeah, we got to
really
get you
good at
something
manifesting.
Different. We got to get you
I
something
manifested a whole Cancer man.
There you go. That's good. So now, hey, look, let me do the introduction for y'all. Look, y'all see we having a conversation already. We already drinking. We just started early. Look, it's not like our formal format. You know, we have a normal format on a Culturally Distinct podcast, but we just started having conversation. I got these two women together, and they knew each other. And next thing you know, it was a reunion here in the studio. So, guys, look, first and foremost, like to welcome you guys to the Culturally Distinct podcast. This is your boy, DJ KO. I'm glad you guys tuned in. I have two beautiful people today. I have two special guests. They're willing to talk. We got some topics, some hot topics that's going on in the world, and they have a lot to say. I want everybody to welcome my co-host, my honorary co-host for today, Miss Elle Moore.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Hey. And my second guest, you might see her in Houston, you might not see her. You might see her in the UK, you might see her in Trinidad, you might see her in Jamaica. Parte gala. Wangwan.
Look.
Lighter. Put your lighter.
Lick shot.
Everybody welcome.
Thank you.
Everybody welcome to the show, Miss Julie Griffin.
Julie O.Griffith, actually. There's no N. It's a TH, people. But that's okay. We've been sipping. I'll let him get away with it.
No doubt. Because, look, right, we've been starting. Look, we started off, and these girls came in here on 10. Normally, you know, it's been raining today, and these girls came in. Girl, guess what happened? I said, oh, my
it's
goodness.
Julie. Julie's always like this. I have to match Julie's energy, or it wouldn't be right.
Listen, I raise the energy in the room. When I walk in, it's energy, and then when I leave, it's just, listen, do what you can. I'm out of here.
But it's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing.
What happened, the room illuminated with energy. So we was, you know, normally we have good energy in the room, but today it was like a supernatural energy that I wasn't ready for at that moment. It's like when you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, you be like, man, I don't feel like working out. And you have a trainer like, let's go. That's how it was. That's beautiful. So Julie, for the people, who is, first of all, where are you from?
Originally, I am from London, England.
Okay.
From North London, a very small parish called Hornsey, which is about 4 traffic lights, and then you're in the next parish. I grew up in one of those teeny tiny row houses that just go on for miles and miles and miles, little 2-road street.
Okay.
And then immigrated to America in the 80s.
So you've been here?
Yeah, I've been here for a while now.
Well, you're American now. You're not
Well, you know, I'll never be American. I'm a dual citizen, so when the shit hits the fan here, I'm
out of here.
I know that's right.
You know, my whole cell phone won't be working, but my mom's from Port Antonio, Jamaica. My dad's from Georgetown, Guyana, and I just found out last month that I am full-blooded Trini. Did not know this. I've always wondered why Trini people come up to me. Like my sister, and I'm like, no.
So hold up. So you have, you said you from the UK, right? So
That's
you're
the
English.
accent that we're hearing.
Yeah.
So you're Jamaican.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
You're Trini.
Guyanese. Mom Jamaican, dad from Guyana.
Okay.
Great granddad, 1899, Trini.
Okay.
So he left Trinidad, met a Guyanese gal, and went to South America.
Okay.
So that's where my dad and all my uncles, and so come to find out, our whole progeny technically is from Trinidad. So that's why we all look alike.
There's a lot going on right there.
So your type of music is soca, reggae soca.
Soca, reggae, bashment, all of that.
Wow.
Davido.
I bet y'all have some wild parties.
I know,
Listen,
that's
man.
Hey.
Listen, you know we like to have a good time. I mean, you know what was going down when we met.
That's right. That's right.
Fool.
Okay, look, when I met Julie, I was with
gosh.
Lisa also. She was a corporate. So I was there minding my business. Y'all know how I am.
Please.
I'm the gentle guy in the corner, making sure everything runs right. And
Please.
Next thing I know, Julie was like, let's have a shot. Let's have another. I said, oh, let's do it. And I was like, I like her. She's cool. I like that one right there. She can party.
Now let's tell what really happened. I was minding my own business at Hanky.
Okay,
yes. And someone decided to get shots for everyone, including the 2 out-of-towners
Was
from
it me?
DC. It could have been you. We're gonna play the 5th.
Okay.
Everyone knows I'm not the drinker in the crew. I mean, and everyone knows that. Like, well, first of all, Julian drinking probably not gonna happen. So somebody here is lying. We're not gonna say who. But there it is.
The reason why I love Adam so much, he's like the perfect wingman, but he makes sure that I'm always straight. I'm going to have a great time. The drinks are going to flow. He makes sure everybody around me is good. So I believe you completely, Julie.
Thank you, sis. And
Big ups to me. Big ups to me.
this is Elle
Big ups
Boogie.
to-
I think he needs to ask about our girl Elle Boogie, who is the owner of In Their Closet podcast and did the information and the branding and the media partner of Champagne and Melanin, where we celebrate the lifestyle of Black women.
You know what?
entrepreneurs.
Look, you know what? This is a spoiler alert. You done spoiled it. We already have an episode coming out between me and Elle, but I can't tell nobody. You spoiled it. You know what I'm
Listen,
saying?
since I didn't know she was even going to be here, I
Yeah.
mean, we were just in the group chat having a kiki. Then she pops in the room. Now, that is manifestation.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Julie, if anyone should know, you know I'm private.
Yes. We are clank in the family. Oh, my God.
Private.
Because I did say in the group chat I had to do a podcast tonight. I didn't say what podcast I was doing.
That's
Yeah.
right. Okay. So let me ask you this. How you guys know each other?
Julie's a PR. Julie
Okay.
works in PR. Julie, tell him.
I mean, why? Julie, tell him. Like,
It must be a
Julie
bad
did it.
story. I want to hear all the juice.
I know
I'ma let Elle
Julie
take
from
it.
Ready to Love.
Okay.
I was dating someone on the Ready to Love series who was a contestant on the show.
Oh, okay.
So he was in a full-on relationship with me.
Full
At that
blown.
point, we had been in a relationship for about 2.5 years, and he told me he hired a publicist. He wanted to make sure that the brand that he was promoting got out, was represented well. I was so proud of him. I was like, that is the best move you could have ever done.
Okay.
Having a publicist work for you to continue not just your 15 minutes to extend it, and having someone has that marketing experience. And so I met Julie. I loved her. She did a great job. And I told Julie, like, you know, this is my man. This is my man. And we keep it private.
Oh.
And
And she
because
kept
this
it
is
private.
a publicist,
So you checked her.
I knew, no, I didn't need to. I wanted her to know I'm here.
Okay.
But we're not posting pictures on Instagram.
You know I'm messy. I'm messy. So, you know, I had to get the
I
juice.
see that.
You know
About
what
to
I'm saying?
say,
Hey,
no.
y'all better stop it.
Once I understood the assignment, I
She
was
understood
like that.
the assignment.
Yep. As
So-
you can see, even to this day,
She understood
silence.
the
I
assignment.
understood and still
I
understand.
mean, you're a good friend.
Yeah.
If I kill somebody, I know who not gonna tell.
Yeah.
Hey.
Listen, I can do a crisis calm with the best of them.
You my,
Yeah.
Look, you my new friend.
But continue the story, Elle, of how we continue to grow.
So we definitely I'd see her at events because she's working. You know, she's promoting my man,
Hey.
making him look amazing. And
Shout out to all the men. Shout out to the beautiful black men.
Hey, that might be too soon, sir. Continue. Gotta have a whole different soundbite
no,
in a
you
minute.
continue. You pick it up from here. You pick it up
So
from
we're
here.
going out to events. We're doing PR. Elle is coming to everything. And I'm like, you know, she's just so cool. So we had a whole relationship outside of the client that I was working with. And then as the client's popularity, thanks to j.Griffith Public Relations, www.julieogriffith.com, continue to rise, things started to happen. People started getting the big head. True
Oh.
nature started coming out.
Okay.
Yeah, that 15 minutes can go a long
Can
way.
go a long way in your head.
Yeah,
Right.
in your
And
head.
Elle had to make some decisions, and some people were making decisions for her.
Yeah, I didn't.
So-
I'm private, but I'm not secret. I'm not
Okay.
a secret. Okay, so you're not gonna pretend like you don't know me or like this is not happening. This is happening. So at a pivotal point, like, did you find love? If you're ready for love,
So what happened?
Did you find love? The answer was, I mean, like, are you going to say that you found love because you've been in love for 2.5 years?
Oh.
So when he
Confessions.
didn't want to say because he
Confessions.
wanted to continue to ride that wave of being
Mm.
a reality star and being like
Being that
single.
guy.
So then I was like, well, I'm out. Like, good luck in this next chapter. Like, good luck on your reality situation, being a single guy, because I'm out. Like, I don't have any problems
Oh, okay.
dating and
Oh, I didn't know that.
moving to the next chapter.
Mm.
But Julie and I had formed a relationship. One day I go to Julie's page and I ain't on the page no more. And I saw Julie in the streets and I said, Julie, what's up?
She yoked me up at a brunch.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, and this was, I hadn't seen Elle.
Y'all need to know I'm a little gay. I got a little gangster.
Listen, she went full.
Uh-oh.
So I had to go back to Brixton, London. Like, okay, we're not going to go snatched. We're not going to go lock, stock, and two smoking barrels. We're going to go very Margaret Thatcher because we were at very high-end brunch. And now I had
Okay.
not seen
Yeah,
Elle.
we were in River Oaks.
Like literally
Okay.
like 3 to 4 months, like nothing. Only because I
Yeah.
was working, but we would just once the contract was over, I was done.
Just done with
There's
that
a whole,
project.
when I told her how everything ended, we had a whole another key.
Yeah, we
Okay.
did.
So we actually ended up at a brunch of a fabulous, beautiful mutual friend of ours, and she has kind of like a brand. So I had actually forgotten. I had gotten rid of the previous client and everyone and everything that was around him. It was done.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that included Elle. Now, this was before we had our own relationship, because we were kind of had our own relationship, but I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had no idea what had transpired between them until she told me, I bet she yoked me up at this brunch.
I said, why you block me?
She's like, why am I blocked?
Oh, so you blocked her.
So I'm sitting there with like my drink and my pinky up, like, oh, no.
She's like, let's talk
This
offline.
bitch is not about to embarrass me. I was looking at my drink. So I'm like, let's talk about it offline.
My podcast is called In Their Closet because I want to get down to the nitty
She was like, no. We gonna talk about this
Right now.
I'm sitting there
Oh,
like,
you did it ghetto style.
I'm
like,
like,
let's
I'm
do
like,
it.
ma'am, more champagne, ma'am.
I watched too much Real Housewives of
And
Atlanta.
then so it was almost a real.
She wanted that. She wanted that
So
smoke
I
right
was
there.
at
Wanted
one
all
end-
the
I was
smoke.
at the head of the table. Elle was down there, so heads were just turning like, you gonna answer? And I'm like, I know. So
Shots
we
fired.
talked on the side.
Shots
we took
fired.
pictures, and then after that, we had a conversation
We
on the
did.
phone. We had like an hour, and like
Yeah.
we went at it or whatnot. And my goal was to salvage the friendship, because I was like,
Okay.
outside of Umfufu, we had a good time. Like I was like, I really liked her. She would be like your girlfriend's girlfriend in your head.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it was business, and that's
Yes.
how we met. So we were like, we're just gonna do our own thing, and now I just kept
Y'all
her.
friends. That's
Yeah.
look.
Yeah.
That's
For
good.
real.
Shout out to y'all. Look. Shout out to
Great
y'all.
people.
Look.
Yay.
Keeping it real. Keeping it black. Keeping it love.
And both of us actually to
appreciate
this
that.
day literally have kept the largest secret on the Ready to Love franchise of all seasons. If anyone in DC can top our secret,
Ooh.
it'll be a miracle.
Ooh.
Stay
Talk
tuned.
about it. Talk about
Hey,
it. So
right
look,
now?
let me ask y'all this.
Right.
So, so let me ask you this, Julie. So, I heard you say you was a PR person, right?
Yes.
Publicist. So that's it. That's what you do. That's your job. You're everyday PR publicist, right?
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
So let me ask you guys this. Speaking of Ready to Love, Ready
Yeah.
to Love, it's something going on in Ready to Love,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
What happened? What really happened with Ready to Love?
I feel like the Ready to Love franchise needs to probably take a look at their casting or who they're bringing onto the show, because it's just been, I feel like it's been unsuccessful
Okay.
at finding African Americans in their late 30s, 40s.
And 50s.
Yeah, to find
Okay.
love. Like, these people are coming on here to promote their brands, to promote whatever it is, but they're not actually coming to find love. It's
No, they're
more
not.
like a reality show. And I love seeing my people on the show, but if it's going to be a reality show, spin it in a different way. Don't have people crying tears at the reunion because they thought they were finding someone.
Oh,
Yeah, that breaks my heart. And I'm gonna speak out on it.
okay.
I hate that. I don't like that. Rebrand the show or cast differently.
So you're saying because the Ready to Love shows that I've seen, the concept of it is they have people that come from different parts of a city
Yes.
and they meet females, meet males,
Yes.
and they want to find love, right?
Right.
Yes.
But when I seen it, because I know a lot of people from the shows in Houston, from the shows in Atlanta. I knew those guys when I used to stay in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Those people wasn't even from them places.
Exactly. They're from places like Katy, the Woodlands, Cinco, Ranch,
They're
and
not
stuff
from
like that.
Houston. I know some guys that was from New Orleans
Right.
that was on the show. I'm like,
Like the guy right now on Married at First Sight, he lives and works in Baton Rouge, and he's here in Houston
Right, that's
because
what
his
I'm saying.
parents live here. But to Elle's point, to continue the thread, what I don't like about it personally is that the formula with, it's very slanted towards men. It's very misogynistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the ladies' lounge, even the advice that nephew Tommy
Yes.
calls giving himself is from a very archaic kind of black pseudo church. The women need to know their place.
y'all trying to man bash over here.
No,
See, they
old school
they
black
man bashing
pastor,
over here, y'all.
and then you have like his wife and whoever else. Like, well, I'm just here to follow and lead. These women have huge personalities. They need to
Right.
change it up, like Family or Fiance, or like Married at First Sight, where they have an accompanying psychotherapist
Okay.
or relationship therapist
Yes.
that has that medical background. So nephew Tommy can come with the jokes and the talking to your homeboy, but we
Right.
need some balance with
Yeah.
someone, because a lot of these people aren't ready to love. They're ready to therapy.
A lot of those people are narcissists.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Denise said.
They got a lot of underlying demons that if you don't check yourself and go through what you need to do before you get on camera, the producers made me look that way. No, that's you.
That's you, right.
Absolutely.
They can only work with what you give them.
Well, you know
So
what?
I think the
yeah.
show needs some balance. I mean, this is going to be the 5th season. The first 4 Okay, let's bring someone else
Is it
in.
Oprah executive producer on the show?
It's her network.
It's her. It's on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Will Packer is. He's the executive producer.
There you go. Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, I
you
know,
better.
but yeah, okay.
You
Well,
better.
you know,
He's based out of Atlanta.
yes, he's a brilliant black brother. He's
Yes.
intelligent. I like his vision.
I
Well,
love
what a
Will
lot of people
Packer.
don't know is that I came in and came out with Will Packer at Florida A&M. I was in his first movie,
for family.
Chocolate City, when I was 17. He had a big old camera. This is
Family.
when he was with Rainforest Productions.
Okay.
Got a bunch of people on the set. Y'all get in this video. Okay, I was 17 years old. I had door knocking earrings. I had my cross colors.
He was ghetto with it.
Yeah, so who knew Will Packer that we know as little kids at FAMU would be Will
Wow.
Packer? And to this, he's still at my cell phone to this day.
How was that
I
experience?
would love to talk to Will Packard
Amazing.
about the Ready to Love franchise. I'm very disappointed at this point.
You should
2
have went to
seasons.
I think they
HBCU.
can change the formula.
I feel like they
2
need
seasons,
to.
4 shows. It's time to switch up the formula.
I've never seen a guy from Ready to Love say, "Oh, I was there to find love." I've always seen the women really heartbroken. I've seen the men promoting their songs, promoting their brands, promoting whatever. Any relationship that you thought from
Yes,
season,
some rappers on there.
yeah, some rappers too. Anyone you thought from last season was in a relationship is no longer in a relationship, and that's a little closet chat that you'll hear soon. But nobody's in a relationship now.
Speaking of relationships, let's talk about this.
Oh.
Let's talk about
Hold on,
relationships.
let me get a big
Go
sip.
ahead, take a sip. Take a
Take a
sip.
sip. Cheers.
Cheers.
Because it is cheers to cuffing season.
Cheers. Cuffing season.
It's
Cuffing
cuffing
season.
season.
You're right. It's about to get cold. You're right. It's about to get cold.
Cuffing
Shout out to
season.
cuffing season.
Cuffing
Oh, it's
season.
coming. It's coming. All the big girls, get ready. Get ready. Keep you warm.
Come on, 65 degrees in Houston. Ooh, it's chilly. I need a shawl for my shoulders.
So speaking of relationships, let's talk about Jada and Will. Jada and Will.
Yes.
So they got something going on right now, right?
Oh my gosh.
And a couple of people talking about, you know, their relationship and their type of title, what they call themselves. They call
Yeah.
themselves partners, whatnot.
Yeah.
So what you guys think about that?
You know what? For the longest time, that was the longest running rumor, and they constantly denied that they had an open marriage. They didn't like the term open.
Open.
But
Right.
in 2021, based on everything that we've heard at this point, that's kind of what it was. I mean, like if Will Smith is giving August Alsina permission to be with Jada Smith, you might not consider it an open marriage, but that's what from outside, that's what it appears to be. And now, basically, in the GQ magazine, that's what Will Smith has confirmed.
Right. But do you think he was hurt?
My take on it is that Will Smith has gumbied and shenanigan and twisted every type of word in the English dictionary
Yes.
for his image to not just come out and say, hey, I've been in an open marriage for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All of this, you know, consensual coupling
Entrapment.
and
Entrapment.
open
Yes.
feelings of not marriage cannot be a prison, direct quote.
Yes.
And everyone has to find their own way. It's all a bunch of word salad to say, I'm in an open relationship with
Right.
Jada Pinkett
Right.
Smith. Okay.
Yeah.
And also the fact that Will Smith is a blamer. He tried to blame her family upbringing in the GQ article
Yeah.
as if to make it seem as though he was dragged kicking and screaming because of her family members
victim.
into an open marriage. He's such a
Yeah.
victim because
Yeah.
he wants to keep his Caucasian people happy.
Yep.
He still is on this Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Mm-hmm.
Will, you damn near 55 years old. We don't care if you're in an open
He
relationship.
a brand though. He got
Yeah.
to protect his brand though.
But we've been knowing, Will, all this stuff in the 80s, the way y'all try to retract from articles, we've been knowing. First of all, Jada kind of swings all type of ways.
Ooh.
So does Will.
Ooh.
And so does Will.
Shout out to the swingers. Hey.
It's not like it's a secret. So
Hey.
you're still going to book movies. You're not
Right.
going to lose any fans. But all this word salad and these strange ways of saying, listen, we both step out and we're still together.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's 2021. Don't nobody care.
Well,
Yeah.
they gotta keep it. I think they gotta keep it modest because the religious community, they can't say swingers are there in a.
Yeah, but they're Scientologists, so they don't do
Yeah.
Black Christian Judeo.
They don't even
They are
do
so
the
far
normal-
away from the Bible and from Jesus.
Yeah.
So what
It's
they say?
irrelevant.
What's the word? Entrapment.
Entanglement.
Entanglement.
It's
So
an
that
entanglement.
that's a safe word for everybody, right?
Even that word salad. How about
It is.
Jada was screwing August Alsina?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, they had an entanglement, a conscious coupling, and then they retracted themselves.
Yes.
Shut up. You're giving me a headache. Y'all stepping out and then stepping back in, and you will never get divorced because you're still scarred from your first. What you did to Sherry Zampino, let it go. People get divorced all the time.
Yeah. I got divorced.
I'm divorced.
Yeah. It happens.
I'm not divorced. I'm still married, y'all. Hey, look,
happens. You
Shout
know
out to
what
the married people.
Listen,
You know
don't
what I
nobody
want
care.
to. You know what I want to say about divorce is that I was married for 17 years. It was a great marriage. It was a great relationship. There was a lot of trust, a lot of love. When it started to go bad, so that I didn't become bitter, so that I didn't become worse, I was able to recognize this is no longer working for us. Let's check out. So that the next person doesn't get a bitter version of Elle. I want to present my next best self to the person. And I want to be able to recognize, forever love for me, unfortunately, didn't work. But I don't look at my marriage as a failure. And I want people to understand that because people have a divorce, we'll get a divorce.
No.
If they choose,
She doesn't want a second divorce.
if they choose
I wouldn't want
to
that
stay
either.
married, what's happening is that August Alsina was the side.
Okay.
He knew from time to time, she's going to go back to Will. Will's going to provide.
And he's young, too, girl. He's like
Yes.
28. Girl, he got that backbone.
Bless his heart.
Stamina, honey. Stamina.
He couldn't
had
have
Blood
the-
clot pit near war.
He has those veins.
Blah, blah. He got that. And
The
you know what they
veins.
say? The skinny guy.
He has
Veins.
veins.
He's real lanky and skinny.
Because I'm dating
Girl.
now, and I'm dating men of a particular age, and not everybody has those veins.
Not everybody has
Those
that
veins.
stamina.
The veins doesn't mean anything.
Oh,
No,
yes,
it
it does.
The veins. That means it's just a lot of blood circulation is going to that little piece of meat. That's all.
Honey,
Right.
August Alsina
This is what happens
20,
when you don't have veins.
He's about 25
This is what
years.
happens when you do.
25 years younger than Jada. He's got that all-night puppy love. He's just got
Yes.
stamina for days.
See.
I mean, she had that boy in the hospital. Like,
See.
she messed him up.
See that,
Yeah,
and that
poor
what
August.
you know what though,
August.
and
Come,
see,
listen, come to us. We'll take care of you, August.
and see that what
Julie
got
will.
that what got
Listen.
right. I see clearly. Look,
Hey.
see that what got R. Kelly in trouble right there.
Nah,
not what
That what got R. Kelly in trouble right
Whoa.
there.
R. Kelly in trouble.
Look, that what got R. Kelly in trouble.
Listen,
Them veins.
we don't go to argue. Let me give my hot take though on Will and Jada and
ahead.
divorce. So much like Elle, I'm also divorced. I had a starter marriage. So Elle had an actual real marriage, 17 years, beautiful kids. I mean, she's like a size 2. She's stunning. I had a starter marriage right out of HBCU.
Hey.
You know, Black power couple. We don't want to date. We're gonna get married. I was married for 3 years.
Okay.
I loved it. I love being 23 years old and being married. And I always say my second husband because that's what I'm manifesting. You know, we didn't
Okay.
have any life skills. And the most important skill in being married, we had no cognitive, argumentative, relationship type skills on how to solve stuff.
I got you.
That was the main thing. So I
Yeah,
always
that's
say
important. That's
my second
important.
husband because like Elle, I know he's on the way.
Yeah.
But now I have the life skills, the work skills
Mm-hmm.
to understand this is what you got to do in a marriage. You can't be at loggerheads. So I say all that to say, Will has often said, you know, he doesn't want to get a second marriage.
Right.
He wants to break generational curses. But you know, it's almost like him and this weird Gabrielle Union stuff with Dwayne Wade, and people are talking about hashtag marriage goals and relationship goals.
No.
No, they're not. I want normalcy. I want
Yeah.
boring.
What you saw with
and normal.
She came out with that book, Gabrielle Union.
Yeah,
said
and but she's dragging her husband like
Yes.
every time.
Wait, what is she saying? You guys? I
Okay,
haven't
right now
read it.
she's saying if it was a baby now, the side baby, she'd be out
gone.
of there because
Yeah.
she
She
has
shoulda-
more life experiences. And my thing is this: wasn't he married when
You
Yeah,
was
he
with
was,
him.
right.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
he was actually trying to give his marriage
That's
a
right.
chance.
That's right.
And you swooped on in and was like, nah, you're out of there. So my thing is this: being divorced there's nothing wrong with it. Life does go on.
Yes.
Yeah.
And all this word salad and different ways of living and blah 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 blah. That's great, but divorce is a human function. It happens.
Right.
So that's my take on it.
Yeah, it's okay to recognize this is no longer working. It was great while it was.
Mm-hmm.
And to just for the sake of maintaining a great relationship with someone that you did love for a long time.
Right.
It's okay with doing that. But I love what you said. You said something about manifesting, and you know that your second husband is coming. I think that manifestation, the power of our words, the power of our thoughts, knowing that
Yep.
it's coming,
Yep.
I think that's a beautiful thing. And I want to continue to encourage more women, because when I was going through my divorce, women were saying, like, are you sure you want to get a divorce? There's no good men out here. Listen, I've been dating. It's a lot of good men out here.
Ooh, they are out here, y'all.
Now, they're not all great for me. Some want
Black men don't cheat.
some have little kids, some want kids. So those great men don't line up with, but it doesn't disqualify them from being great. It just means that they're not for me. I want y'all to know it's great men out here. It was hard to get a divorce, but it's no reason to stay in a bad relationship because you're afraid of what can happen. If you manifest it and you believe it, it will come.
So let me ask you guys this before we move on to the next topic.
Mm-hmm.
Would you guys have, if the guy was a good guy, I'm talking about a great guy, He had everything lined up, had all the T's crossed and the I's dotted, but he wanted an open relationship. Would you guys experience that?
No.
So,
Because I'm a Sagittarius and I'm crazy.
You want?
I'm the type of person. Listen, it's a really good post right now as a Sagittarius. Like, when I care, I don't leave. When I leave, I don't care.
Okay.
Ooh, that is
that's
so
deep.
good.
I'm a pop it, sis,
That
in the
is so
group.
good.
And
That's
yeah,
deep. I
seriously.
like that.
And the way I look at love, when I love, I'm all in. Because
Yeah.
I don't really like a lot. I like the people around me. Everyone knows I keep the same people.
You're not
I don't like a lot of upheaval. I don't like foolishness.
Right.
When I'm in love and I like someone, it's me and you. Oh, we going to the end.
I
That's
got you.
it. I'm
Yeah.
all in. There's never half and half with me. So my thing is an open relationship. The way my jealousy is set up, the way my text message and
Okay.
phone call,
Your
the way
jealousy
I
is
need
set
you-
up.
the way
I'm
when
glad
I'm
you said
cook-
that.
the way my jealousy is set up, one of us gonna have to die. So there's no,
Oh,
don't
my
even
goodness.
suggest it. Now, I got a lot of friends I can introduce you to,
Right.
but I won't be in a relationship
Yeah.
with anyone that tries to go on these weird pathways and whatnot. Only because now at this age, I know what works for
Okay.
Julie. Like, I wouldn't even entertain it. Like, well, let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
I can tell you what's going to happen.
Oh my goodness.
And it's not going to be good.
Ooh, y'all better be. I'm glad you said that. Let's segue to something. You say you're a bad chick. Both of y'all bad chicks. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got the brains, the body, y'all got the everything. You know what I'm saying? Intelligence,
thank you,
everything.
Adam.
know
Well,
what
you
I'm
know,
saying?
mom and
Shout out to all the beautiful
mom and
bad
dad
women. You know
tried.
what I'm
They-
saying? Hey.
They gave me a good start in life.
You know what I mean?
Cheers to the parents. One
Cheers
time.
to the parents.
Shout out to the parents. You know what I'm saying? That's how we doing it. So look, I want to ask you guys about this because you guys are natural. Supposedly natural, right? I want to talk about
Oh,
these.
I can definitely, us all natural.
What you mean supposed to be?
Supposed-
I mean,
How you
listen,
know?
last time I checked when I was naked, it's
Oh,
all
hey.
natural.
This is
Hey.
Archie. This is Archie blood.
Shout out
running
to the
through my-
naked people in the building.
Listen, shout out to all the West Indians. When I play that, I will.
White block. So look, what about these BBLs? I see a lot of chicks in these streets, and they
Yes.
look. You have some bad looking ones, but you have some ones that's looking real good,
Yeah, so I want to jump
and they
in
paying
here.
for it.
I'm upset because I got a nice donk. I mean, I've had this forever. I was in
Okay.
music videos in my 20s.
Okay.
20-something years ago.
And you guys, let me just say, she could actually still be in them. It's very ignorant. She's sitting down right now with her boots on, but it's a whole ignorant situation.
it's
Ignorant ass.
It's ignorant.
And,
It's
and
ignorant.
back in the day, we didn't take pictures of our butt, so I didn't know how big my butt was. I just knew people were telling me like, "Dang, you got a big old butt," but I thought they were being exaggerative. Anyway, I've always had this big butt. It runs in the Archie blood. Like, it's something that my grandmothers and all of them passed on. The problem that I have with the BBL is not if someone wants a BBL to go and get it, because I didn't have breasts. I went and got breasts
Okay.
17 years ago. I don't think it's any problem with getting a surgery if you want to have something done. The problem that I have with the BBLs is that now people assume everybody with a nice shape
Had it.
has had
Yeah, that is
surgery.
true.
And there's a way to compliment a woman without assuming that she has had surgery.
Right. Well, it's the new normal now. You know,
Yeah,
it's like a cell phone.
It's disappointing.
Everybody has one.
I think it's like an enhancement, like, weave or lashes or everything else. But just like
Yes.
weave, lashes, red bottoms, Chanel bags, it's all about moderation.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
It's like a little nip tuck. Like, I'm all natural. Like, mom hooked me up. I have long legs because I'm West Indian. The butt area, that's all Elle. I
Okay.
got a nice high West Indian like track booty.
Yeah, you got a nice booty, though.
High
no,
booty.
no. The
Shout out to the high booty
it's,
people.
It's high,
You got a
it's-
nice
The
booty.
little high
it's
booties.
But
Hey.
Elle is that thick, light skinned Southern. Like, you just be like, bitch, just walk over here.
I'm
bitch.
Texas Southern
She's
now.
like Texas.
I'm grit.
I
You
swear
got
to
that
God,
Louisiana
we were
in
out the other day. Some dude, I swear to God, I got mushed. I still feel a handprint. Someone
Hit you
mushed
with that
me.
one, like-
who's your girl? I was like, oh my God.
Am I here or what?
Yeah, I was like, but I always do that. But my thing is, we both have natural, very nice, beautiful bodies. I
Yeah.
don't fault any woman for fixing something or enhancing something.
Okay.
But when you start looking like a cartoon character, when you're so
Yes.
young,
Yeah.
when you refuse to go to the gym, your nutrition is trash, you're on hookah
Right.
and drinks every
Yeah,
night.
that's
And
horrible.
you're not even working out. It's the surgery. And now you're dying and you're getting it cheaper and cheaper at cut rate prices.
Yes.
And now you're putting your life on your line for what? Because you see all these BBL girls, turn on the Shade Room, Hollywood on like Jasmine Brand, getting dropped left and right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So who are you doing it for? So my thing is, everything in moderation. If you have to do it, pay the money, research, get it done, but still look like a normal person. Cartoon character,
Absolutely.
not so much.
And use a board certified surgeon. So when I did research, because I had a lump in my breast when I was 21 from breastfeeding my son.
Okay.
And the doctors told me, like, you're going to have surgery because the lump is the size of a golf ball.
Okay.
And you'll lose breast tissue. So we're going to have to augment your breast. Breast surgery was so frowned upon then. I just was like, I'm going to live with this in my breast forever. Like, I'm never going to be that chick. And then when I met my husband, he was like, it's not safe and I'm not comfortable feeling that lump in your breast. So when people would talk to me, I would tell them, this is what I've had done. Like, this is my doctor. He's board certified. He's great. If you want your breast done, he's a great doctor. What I don't like is assuming if you ask me what I've had done, I say, I've had my breast done. Boldly, clearly. Don't assume anything more.
Right. First thing is like, why you had that?
It wasn't for cosmetic. It was for more medical and just quality of life.
Yeah, but
it wasn't for vanity.
Even still, I don't need to lie about it. I don't need to lie to you guys and say, like, I have my boobs done, but not my butt. I have my boobs done. The people that I know that have had surgery, normally they just say, like, I've had work done. This is what I've had done. There's no reason to continue to, because I've been bullied about my butt, even after I've said, like,
bullied about your butt.
I've been bullied. I've had to cut off some girlfriends because they're like, girl, you need to just tell me who your doctor is. I'm telling you, it's Dr. Yarish. Go get your boobs done. I don't know where to tell you to get your butt done. And I think when it comes to surgery, just be honest. Like, if you're gonna date a guy, tell him, like, I paid for the butt, so that he understands, like, what it is. If he has daughters, he knows my daughters ain't gonna have all this, you know what I'm saying?
Let me tell y'all something, just on my tip. These legs and this butt has got me married. It's got me jobs. It's got me an MBA. It's got me through life. Ladies, everything that you have is going to get you where you need to go.
Right.
Stop getting on Instagram. Stop being influenced. You are perfect.
Let them girls do that. Let them girls do that.
The way you are.
Adam likes
there's
Let them
nothing.
live.
Nutrition.
We need some entertainment,
and a good gym. But if you have
Nutrition
to go
and a good gym.
If you have to go to surgery route, if you are just miserable and unhappy, all I ask is that you do it safely and you do it respectfully. That's it.
So, y'all crazy. Y'all talking about these booties. Y'all crazy. Look.
Adam, what
type of
what
booty
do you think about?
So,
what do you like?
So with women with booties like that, I think you could tell a woman that doesn't have a natural butt, right? So
well, Adam,
me,
can you tell if my butt is natural?
I never looked at your butt like that.
Lie.
I never looked at your butt.
I'm over here like, bro,
This is why Adam is my friend, you guys. This is why.
Black men don't cheat.
Black men don't cheat.
I love it.
Bruh.
I love you, Adam. Good answer.
So I never looked at Lisa's butt, but some women that I have looked at, that just not looking at them in a lustful way, but looking at them like, okay, that butt is not right. You know what I'm saying?
It's off.
It's not like something ain't right. It's not proportionate. Even
like
though
when the legs look like an ant, and then it's just like, where's the muscle tone?
Some women might have the legs that match the butt, but you could tell if they look like, if they turn to the side, you know, it has the question mark, but they turn
to the front.
Yeah, it looks so wild, crazy
You're
looking.
like, it looks crazy.
I was like, it's not attractive. Something like that.
Yeah.
But to me, I don't like that. I was thinking about the R. Kelly sentence. You know, they gave him what, 50 years or something like that.
Y'all got some more tequila?
Hallelujah, hallelujah,
Yes.
hallelujah.
Y'all got some more vodka in here.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. That's how I feel.
Wow, R. Kelly.
I'm coming in.
R. Kelly is guilty. When I was in college, a girlfriend of mine, Cashel Kelly, shout out to Cashel, she had a viewing party at her apartment, and we all came. We brought wines, and we had bottles for days. She turned on the TV, and we watched that video, and I saw R. Kelly with my own eyes.
How you know that was him? That might be his brother.
He said that. That's what he said. But I saw R. Kelly do that to that young girl, and you could tell that she was young because she was still going through puberty.
Yeah, she wasn't developed.
Now, this was before the different child pornographic laws came into effect that we were able to watch that. You can't see that anymore. But I saw for myself. I told y'all I'm old. This was 20 years ago.
Was it 20 years ago?
Yeah. I saw R. Kelly.
Wow, it was that long ago?
There were several girls in the video. He had grown women as well, and he is a very blessed man. He's a very handsome man. But he was with that baby.
I
and
believe
R. Kelly,
I can fly.
Yes.
No.
R. Kelly is guilty.
He's guilty as hell, and I
Is
cannot
he?
stand. Yes, and like all this stuff about, well, you got to separate the man from the music. No, you don't. I don't want to hear
You got
that.
to.
No, you don't.
Because-
I do, though, Julie.
I
I
don't
love
want
his
to
music.
say.
Yes.
I'm not going to stop playing.
Well, both of y'all can step in the name of love.
You
We
know
don't
well as
have
I,
to talk
Julie.
again.
You know well as I do.
Listen.
If you play
Both of y'all
12
just step in the
play,
name of love.
if you play 12 play right now, and you had your
Jay.
man, it's gonna
Panties
go wrong.
dropping.
Let me tell you
Off
something.
top.
Panties dropping.
Girl,
intro
do you
that I
mind?
No, the
if
intro.
I-
You know what's hot? My mind's telling me no.
Hey.
But my body,
Hey.
my body's telling me yeah.
See, we were reminiscing right now.
The shit be coming in, but the point is.
Ooh, Lord.
So Julie,
Okay.
you're not playing.
Memories.
You're not playing no R. Kelly
Let me
music
tell you
ever
something.
again.
I had to take my 12 play off Spotify because when I put it on the shuffle,
I'm playing it every
and it
day.
comes in like hits that you might like. I don't like that. Get it off there. But
Julie, let me ask you this, Julie. And you in the media. And you,
I know.
You know how to work
I know
that
how to
thing.
spin it.
Yes. You know how to spin the
We
topic.
can't spin this. Do not
Right.
Pasco.
I'm not
do
saying,
not collect
no, look,
$200.
and I'm gonna clarify this.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying R. Kelly is innocent. I'm not saying it by no way, form,
Well,
or
if you're,
fashion.
What's the
if you're
but?
not innocent,
Then
you're
He's
guilty.
guilty. Okay, he's guilty.
Okay, thank
but
you.
some of the things that
It's you and
they
this butt.
accused him of, I don't think that was the truth.
It doesn't matter.
Tell us some of the things specifically.
Well, I don't know. I
that,
wasn't there.
No. So here we go from the PR. Now here's my lawyer and PR side.
okay.
If you gonna say some of the things he didn't do aren't true,
Say
specify.
it. Yeah,
What
tell
are
us.
some of the things that you
all
find
right,
so
all right,
fantastical
okay.
that cannot? There's no way he could have had sex with that dog.
I'm gonna say this.
Really?
I'm gonna say this and move on. I think that most of the women that they quote unquote coerce to
No.
come to his
You
house,
already starting off wrong.
No.
You starting
to
off
come
bad.
to his
Do
house.
you know the little girl that he had sex with on video moved here to Houston? She was living here
Oh,
in
I
our
don't
She
city.
lives in Katy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That happened.
Really? I didn't know
that
that.
actually happened.
Did you know there were two boys? One was 14 and one was 17 under the guise of the AAU and helping them with their basketball uniforms if they just
didn't
did
know
a
that.
little something?
I'm not saying all
So
of it.
again, name the
Adam.
specific acts that you cannot believe any human man would do.
Oh no, I'm not saying that.
But you
Adam,
just
he's
said
guilty.
some
No,
of the stuff you
I
didn't
said
believe.
some of the stuff,
What is the stuff?
but I don't know every. He had like
Ah.
100 counts.
Matter.
God.
Listen. There's probably
Next topic.
There's probably 85.
Next topic.
There's
right.
probably 85 counts in that. Of the 85, you don't need to know all 85. Maybe there are 3.
That is
okay?
so egregious.
And the 3 that you know,
Right, yeah.
beyond a shadow of a doubt,
Yes,
You
he's
going.
guilty.
I only know
Yeah.
about the girl that I saw in the video. But
Of
that
course.
is enough for me.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay, I don't doubt all the other people because everyone's not telling the same lie.
Right.
Right.
R. Kelly did that. Not only did he do it to the girl I saw in the video, apparently he did it to boys too.
And at
Everybody.
some point in our community, upstanding, strong black men like yourself cannot sit around the barbershop, cannot kiki with the fellas, cannot front face and be like, yeah, he's guilty, but behind closed doors, you guys are in agreement and dapping each other up.
Right.
You need to be like, nigga, get out the community. We don't need you in here. Don't
Right.
touch my mama, my nieces, my nephew. She don't got to be
You're
a
right.
relative.
You're right,
She's
though.
a black
Adam.
woman.
You're right about that.
We
You're
need
right.
you
men
to
like
stand
you
up
on the
for
front.
We
You're right.
need you to stand up for us.
You are our soldiers, and y'all just leave us on the battlefield,
Yes.
and then you wonder why we're pissed off
You're
all
right.
the time.
Yes,
Y'all right.
absolutely.
Y'all right. Don't jump on me. All right.
We
I'm sorry.
not.
Adam,
I'm
stand
sorry.
up for us.
Right? You gotta stand up for us.
Like you get them drinks.
I believe I
That
can
equal.
fly.
Hey.
12 play.
There you go. So look, let me ask you guys this. You guys been watching the news, right? And
Yes.
you guys been seeing the immigrants from Haiti,
Yeah.
Yes.
right, at the borderline, and Homeland Security,
cowboys?
yeah,
Yeah.
Homeland
my
Security guys
God.
with the whips. What you got? Did you guys take the vaccine?
Next question.
Hey,
I'm not
hold
gonna discuss
on,
that
hold on,
camera. I'm
hold
about
on.
to say. Next question.
Hold on, I'm trying to find my. Hold on, my.
You know what? When I just did my flyer for In Their Closet podcast, yeah, that's exactly what you're gonna get. Cricket.
Hold on, I need a drink.
When I did when I did the new flyer, I said, "Let's get ready to tumble politics in the workplace," because asking people to get a vaccination to work you're asking for trouble.
Yeah.
You're asking for people to choose between their choice and their right and their freedom to research, study, wait. And I aside from whether I've taken it or not, what makes me very nervous is the fact that this is being pushed on us so strongly. I've never seen anything like this.
Yes.
I'm not a flu vaccination person. I'm a relatively healthy person. I'm like 25 going on like 47 or something. I take care of my body. I take the nutrients and the supplements that I need to make sure that I'm right.
Right.
But for anyone who wants to research it or wants to wait or wants to go, like if you want to get it or not, it's very dangerous for our government to start mandating a vaccination.
Yes.
I have friends children who have had vaccinations who have it's changed their health, the health of their children. Of course, we assume a lot of this, the vaccinations for the what is the child's
ADD?
No, it starts with an A. It's when the children get the shots. You guys know this.
ADHD?
No, she's talking about the immunization.
Autism. They get
autism.
But you know what? A lot of normal kids, they get all that range of shots between 1 month and 18 months later.
And
they're diagnosed with autism. Their whole physical makeup.
But it's
changed.
mostly who? It's mostly
black kids.
Yeah, right. Mostly
so
kids
I
of color.
saw a video last night that my sister sent me that showed a man that was in Africa that said that he worked with a company that came in as a philanthropist organization in Africa to help treat people with AIDS.
Okay.
What they did was they were supposedly giving these people vaccinations, and they were, in fact, giving them the AIDS virus specifically to Africans to help decrease the population to help white supremacy.
Right.
Now, I don't know how authentic, how true his words are, but the fact that our government could be a part of anything like this, it's high alert.
Anything's possible. Yeah,
I
anything's
understand
possible.
why people are hesitant to jump on the bandwagon to get a virus. Now, if you get it because you need to, you have to work, whatever, it's your choice. But at the end of the day, it should still be a choice.
Right.
That was Sprite
It
and
is
some
what it
damn
is. We
milk
recognize
water.
what that
Stop.
was.
That was Sprite.
Yeah.
So,
I don't care
all
what
right.
he
So
said.
the thing is, I had a conversation with my cousin. Like, we've been having back and forth conversations. So, I'm the antagonist in the conversation. So I asked him, I said, man, why don't you just get the vaccine, It's like, I got my own, I got my own business, blah, blah, blah. I don't need nobody. I was like, what if the government says they're going to shut down your bank account if you don't get the vaccine?
Well, it's going to come to that.
It's going to come to that.
No,
It's
it's going
coming
to
to
come
that.
to that.
They're going to come to the point to say, okay, if you're vaccinated, you have no more access to this bank if you're not vaccinated.
Yeah.
So what you going to do?
Got to get a credit union.
Bitcoin, all of it. Everything that we're seeing
Stop
is
putting your
coming
money under
to
your
a
bed
head.
like grandma
Yes.
used to.
It's very, very scary.
Like they're trying to
Yeah.
afford. I think it's like a one world type
Order,
of,
yeah.
It's New World Order. It's
100%.
like whenever I hear Bill de Blasio or Gavin Newsom, like the restrictions coming out in LA on October 17th
Okay.
are about to be, they're the most restrictive.
Yes.
But I feel like they're using New York and LA as these test market
Yeah,
dummies.
they are, for sure.
To see how much that's why the black people went up there and beat old girl within an inch of her life with that whole vaccine card crap. Like who are you? This is not Nazi
That's
Germany.
crazy. Yeah, I know,
Like
right?
who are you to that's like pulling out like my Jewish card. Like what are you? And then you're gonna posture about my personal health decision that should not be discussed in public with anyone. I'm telling you, LA and New York are the test markets. Joe Biden, with all this conversation to your point around,
Right.
can you fly if you're not
That'd be
vaccinated?
tough.
Can you eat if you're not vaccinated? Can you have a Chase checking account if you're not vaccinated?
You guys, it's coming
When all
to
hell
that.
when all hell
It's very
breaks
scary.
loose, we can be look at the podcast. We talked about this.
It's
We
right.
told y'all get a credit union and stop putting your money
Well,
under the bed.
Yeah, Kanye West said it on his
You
album.
better learn how to cook.
What did he say?
Off the grid.
Off
If you
the
find a place
grid.
off the grid, somewhere nobody knows, you got your money, you got cash.
But here's the problem with Kanye West:
Oh
$75
my
million
God.
billionaire problems are not everyday W2
Oh, that's true,
1099.
too. That is
We
true.
got to go to
Yeah.
HEB. Kanye West can buy Wyoming, which he's doing.
Yes, he is.
All of us can't escape that. We get up every day and we go to bed. We are
Yes.
all out here grinding.
That is true.
And what can we do? We can't say no, or they'll shut down your whole life. This is very George Orwell, 1984, Animal Farm. If you don't read science fiction, I suggest you
We should go
start.
to
'cause
Jamaica.
it's
If you
coming.
don't
We should
read
go to
science
Jamaica.
fiction, have you ever read Revelations? Because it's
Oh.
unfolding right
Yeah,
now.
if you don't believe
The
in the
pre-
Bible, I suggest you get prayed up. I am
definitely
Jesus
happening.
is the homie. I am a Christian, Church of England, Bayshore Christian. Trust me, the reason none of this stuff is shocking is because everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to.
So,
So I feel like the shot is going to introduce eventually whatever form it is in our body that we're going to be using to pay for our exchange of goods and funds. And if we
That's
don't
why they
have
want
the
to do
shot,
that microchip crap
Yeah.
under your
Yeah.
wrist.
eventually it's coming to this. It's very
Yeah.
sad.
It's
So,
sad, and people around here kikiing and ha-haing like it's no big deal. Pay attention to your
Yeah.
life. Pay
Yeah.
attention to what's going on around you. Stop worrying about the shade room. I don't give a shit what Meg Stanley is doing. Pay attention to your life and start preparing for things not to go your way.
I like y'all conscious. So we about to wrap it up, but I want to, before we get out of here, I want to ask you a question about Champagne and Melanin.
Yes.
I see
What's
that
up?
you have these events for these beautiful sisters, and it's a I guess it's a market for women that's doing powerful things in the community, you know, and to embrace each other. And to, I guess you actually could go into it more than me, but I want to highlight that.
Absolutely. So Champagne and Melanin is where we celebrate, collaborate the lifestyle of Black women entrepreneurs. I recently had the summer brunch with Tanya Sam, Real Housewives of Atlanta. We love her. The Ambition Fund. She has a book club. Former Real Housewives of Atlanta, our favorite girlfriend in our head. Yes. And I started Champagne and Melanin literally because I was going to cities like Atlanta, Dallas, Chicago for conferences and workshops and networking. But I'm like, I have all these women like in my cell phone and in my emails. We just need to gel and come together.
Empower.
So it was literally for me, like, I need like-minded individuals. I want to see people like Elle and stuff around me. And I don't want to have to jump on a flight to do it when we have the groundswell of Black women entrepreneurs, influencers here in Houston.
Yes, right.
And that's how Champagne and Melanin was born. I had to find my tribe, so I just put it together.
I like that. I like the idea of empowerment of sisters. We need something like that for the brothers here.
Well, I did have, if you go on my YouTube channel.
Empowerment of the brothers.
Adam, you should do it.
I'm thinking about it.
That's the one who can help you.
I had Investor on the YouTube channel. He was the first guy we had. He did the Black Girl Boss Chat. Investor in Mr. Buy the Block in Fifth Ward.
Okay.
He was like, this is amazing. He said what
Chris,
you said. Yeah.
Me and Chris went to college together.
Chris Senegal. He was like, I wish that we had something like this for the brothers. So, I mean, so it's there. We have the groundswell. You know, my focus is Black women entrepreneurs, but I would love to do some one-offs with the fellas because you guys need it.
We're going to do it. We're going to
chop it
up.
And I will say, just as a person who was a part of the empowerment with Champagne Melanin, it was beautiful because you go to a lot of empowerment or you buy books from women and they say, I'm going to teach you how to become, and they don't share the facts. Julie had a panel of people who gave you like their manifestation step by step. You could follow up with them. You could follow them. You could ask them questions. She had breakout sessions where you could actually go up to members of the panel and ask them questions. You could take pictures, but you could also network with women in the building. There were drinks and it was flowing. The atmosphere was great. The environment was great. So it wasn't just to big up her brand. It was literally an empowerment event. And if you go to empowerment events, they market. They know how to get us women in the building. And then you get there and you're just sitting there eating and listening to them talk about how they did music videos and why you should buy their book. You don't know how did you become a millionaire, girl? Did you get a sponsor? Like what happened? You never know. So when Julie had her event, it was amazing because all the women were so authentic. They were giving you notes like, this is how you can get it done. This is where you can go to get a loan.
It's dope. I like it.
I loved it.
I like it.
Right. And my thing is, like, Elle knows because Elle is our official media partner in their Closet podcast, official media partner of Champagne and Melanin, where we celebrate and collaborate the lifestyle of Black women entrepreneurs. What I really love, I love a Kiki. The outfits, the drinks, the venue was beautiful.
Yes.
But what I get from this is, listen, I bring you guys together. We speak, we talk, and then after that, go forth and prosper.
That's right.
Relationships. Get on Elle's podcast. Hire my photographer. Get, the hair products. Follow Tanya. The goal is I bring you guys together, but now it's for you guys to grow.
Right. You plant the seed.
These relationships.
You plant the seed.
Yes.
Plant the seed.
And continue. And that's what I love a good panel. I learn something new every time. And I always think I know everything. But no, I have still so much more to learn.
Yes.
So that's great.
You know what was funny, and I'm wrapping up, but what's funny, that's why I started the podcast, because I said, well, I can't touch everybody physically, but with the people that I bring on, I can touch them and plant a seed. You know what I'm saying? Spiritually and mentally, it's like, okay, that's a great idea. I want to reach out to that sister. I want to reach out to that brother. They doing some dope things. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's one reason. But I like that. I like that idea. So,
Thank you. You can follow us at Champagne and Melanin on Instagram. Everything starts there. So give us a follow, give us a shout out, and get ready for the next event.
So that's what I was going to. Lisa, I want you to give everybody your handles. And
In Their Closet Podcast on Instagram. And you can follow me, listen to the podcast wherever you listen to your favorite podcast.
Hey, Julie.
One more, you can follow me at Julie O.Griffith or at Champagne and Melanin. Everything starts on Instagram. Jump on my link tree. The mailing list is on there. Everything else you need is on there. But I am an Instagram girl also. And I'm looking forward to connecting with all of you in the Culturally Distinct podcast.
Hey, make sure you guys go and support everybody. We about to party. Y'all hear the background music. It's coming. Make sure y'all go to In There Positive Podcast, In There Positive Podcast with Elle and over with Julie.
Closets.
Champagne Melanin. Listen,
Too much
if you need to stop drinking, he's done for the night. The host is
I'm a lightweight, all right? You guys make sure y'all go to Culturally Distinct Podcast on YouTube, Instagram, everywhere. We everywhere. Hey, look, I love y'all. Peace.
Peace.